Yeah.
This one. Slot tweaked the club system and won the league. Artful Dodger says. As soon as we won, he started implementing his style and we started losing games, continuing this season.
Great point.
Well, Schmo.
Yeah, that's a brilliant point. And look,
that's not very. That's whoa. That's a bad.
Look, truth hurts. Like we got to face it. Look, that I think he's spot on. He tweaked Klopp's system. We won the league. Okay, now he's got his players. He wants to implement his style, whatever that is. Has he been found out? Is his style strong enough for this league? Because by the looks of it, it's not. And we should be worried. Like I'm just like saying now as it is. I've got standards as a Liverpool fan, and I know we don't sack managers and all that, and I don't want to turn into a Chelsea sacking a manager every year, and I don't want a project manager. I get it, but if you don't get top 4 this year, it's catastrophic. And the fact I'm saying that in November just takes the piss.
Also,
I don't think there's any denying that a top 4 place is the very, very bare minimum. So I agree that if he doesn't get top 4, even me, who's a slot inner, and you think these days slot inner or slot outer, there's no coming back from that. Lewis, sorry, early on you had that next 5 fixtures for us. Is it there?
Yes, I've got it here for you. Give me 2 seconds.
Because Ben's right. Our next 4 or 5 fixtures are winnable, but I genuinely struggling to see our next away win. So look, despite it's going to be Dyche, despite Forest, despite all that business, we all pray and hope and expect Liverpool to win at Nottingham Forest at home, right? If we don't, then yeah, it's mutiny. But West Ham away, 3-4 weeks ago, we would have said we needed this fixture to get out, get some confidence going. Ben, that's going to be a naughty fixture, sadly, because it's Nuno in charge of them now as well.
Yeah, well, mate, one thing's for sure is go. If you want to beat Liverpool, just go forward. And we seem to concede goals. So, Jared Bowen.
What's the key? What's the key to beating us? If you're West Ham, what are they doing?
Just
do what everyone else does.
Whatever you want. Slot will probably tell you before the next press conference what you're doing, right?
Can we? Do you mind if we? I'm just intrigued what people think. Like, can we just quickly go through these next 5 and just say your opinion? Win, draw, win, loss. I just want to could we go through one by one and see what?
You start because I don't want you copying people. So
just say one at a time. So, Forest, I reckon win. Okay, what does everyone think? Forest,
I think win.
If we can't beat Forest, lads, we may as well just shut the doors on the ground.
We're going to say that for every fixture, Ben. Watch this. Go on.
No, go on. Mo?
Win. We all think win.
Okay,
win
so West Ham, I think draw.
I think loss, West Ham.
Fucking
honestly, we've not got a good history in that ground, regardless of who's in charge.
Grizz, what do you think?
I think we'll win.
Okay, Ben?
West Ham.
Yeah.
I expect us to win, lad, but I just can't,
Okay, win.
Yeah, expectation. What do you think that's going to happen?
We have to get our shit together and go there and win. There's no excuse.
Okay, Mo, West Ham?
No, I'm going to go with a win.
Okay, Leeds, I reckon we're going to lose.
That's the game I'm worried about, Leeds, because the crowd will be on Liverpool.
Yeah, that's it. 5:30 kickoff, crowd. We're going to lose that game, in my opinion.
They'll shit the bed before kickoff again.
And then
I'm worried about Sunderland, Like, honest to God, I know
that's what I was about to say.
Then we got PSV. We got PSV before Sunderland, didn't we?
No, I was going to say that Leeds, Sunderland, Inter Milan away that week is just Lord have mercy on Liverpool that week. That week is going to be hell.
No, we've had worse weeks, man. Come on, guys.
No, but obviously we've had worse weeks, but I'm just saying, like, the way that we've been playing, etc. I can't see many W's in that week,
No.
Can't lie to you. And then where are we going to be come the 10th of December?
Okay, I'm going to put it out there. I don't care about the Champions League games. I'll say it again.
It's forgiven, innit? You've got time with that.
Yeah, you can lose the next 2 and still get through. Like.
Yeah.
Bob's saying, stop, lads. I need to sleep tonight, man. Mate, that's the way it's looking now. Like, we've gone from Man City, Real Madrid, and Villa in the same week to thinking about Sunderland and Leeds in the midweek, man.
We struggled against Burnley, man. We went away to Burnley and nearly drew there. And at this point, I'm not confident we get anything against anyone.
They've smacked the confidence out of the fans, in it. None of us are confident at the moment. You know?
It's just very briefly, and it's amazing that hopefully we've covered most of the show without going into the game. But I guess just very quickly, we've got a few minutes left to touch upon the game. I know it was calamity, wasn't it, Lou?
Hi guys.
Start with you. Straight from the off, it was a calamity of, I don't know, backing off, error after error, indecisiveness. Even from an opening 5-10 minutes, you could see their plans, yet we weren't able to adjust at any point whatsoever. It was just passive, wasn't it, Lewis? And then obviously it culminates in from Bradley actually doing very well against Doku in that opening 5-10 minutes, and then Ibu coming over and thinking, I mean, I wanted to go absolute mad at that phase of play.
No amount of tactics or coaching can coach that out of someone. He's just an idiot. There's no reason, there's no excuse. He's simple at points, and I don't understand how someone can go for, like, I've said it so many times, up until that Madrid game last season, I think Canate was our best centre-back. He was fantastic. He was so good in the air. Positionally, he was brilliant. He's just completely fell off a cliff. And then he'll have 1 or 2 games where he looks back to it and we go, right, give him the contract, whatever. And then he plays like this, and I'm just thinking, I don't care if he stays or goes. I'm really not asked, because he completely threw that out of whack. And I've said, like, no amount of tactics or coaching or team selection or man management or anything, you can still tackle someone. You can still go into someone and win the ball. Everyone just rolled over and gave up. We looked scared the minute they came forward. And like I've said before, this is a City team who were there to be beat. This isn't a City team that were the Centurions or won the treble, or, you know, this is a weak in midfield City team who, the minute they came forward, rather than us thinking, right, let's win the ball and get on the counter, or let's make something happen, we just sat back. And then Ibu's just going for his wonders. Didn't he do it? He did it later on in the match as well, didn't he? Where he flew forward into midfield, missed the tackle, and then he got left behind. And just sometimes it's not down to coaching; it's just down to idiots in the team. And Ibrahim Konate, he has moments of brilliance.
They all play like idiots. Yeah, they all play like idiots at the moment. Not only Ibu, honestly.
No, not only Ibu, but he's the one making mistakes at the moment that are so noticeable because they're costing us in big moments.
Yeah, absolutely. At the time, I didn't understand their first goal, and looking back now, I realize why I didn't understand their first goal, because it was. Am I right in saying, guys, it was quite fluky? Haaland's header.
It was just a good header, to be fair.
Fluky, but I blame Van
Dijk. But there's certain people are saying that it hit him.
Yeah, it just hit him, to be honest. But he deserves that luck, to be honest. If we're being honest, lads, he's been incredible this season. That's the kind of stuff that happens when you're on form.
You look as well. We've been shit, so you get shit luck, don't you?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, fair enough.
To be honest, though, Grizz, Robbo and Van Dijk need to have a word with themselves,
100%.
fucking around, swapping positions, and just leaving Nunes.
Their first goal started from, we had them pinned in our corner.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
That's where their first goal came from. So do you know what? Even if it came off Haaland's head, they deserved it. Every player
100%.
touched the ball.
Yeah, but they were playing like that all through the game. Their build-up was exceptional, guys.
But we let it
sit around in their own.
Exactly, we let them. It was so easy to play. It was so easy to play around us. We had them pinned. I thought we were going to get a corner. I thought, oh, here we go, corner. Next thing I know, we're 1-0 down. I was like, huh? What just happened?
Passing around us like we're cones.
Yeah,
honestly,
it was a training game.
But albeit, still, I don't understand why Robertson never just ran out to stop that cross from coming in. Like, I understand all of that was bad. Like, they played amazing, let's be honest, boys, but why can't Robertson just stop the cross? I understand Van Dijk was getting back into position and Robertson was, and etc. And like when they were going back into the defense, but still, I don't understand why Wirtz or Robertson didn't try and close the cross.
Yeah, all the time in the world.
That's literally Sunday league. Like,
I was screaming.
Like, the basic of football, the most basic thing of football. Just don't let the cross come into the box, especially when there's a 6'5" giant in the box.
But
but check
Modi
this out.
swapped positions as the
I know,
fucking coming in.
and I understand that happened. But I'm saying at the exact moment when Matheus Nunes had the ball, Robertson went and then stopped, went again and then stopped. I'm thinking just fly into him, don't let him cross. I understand the little swapping in positions, that's mad. And maybe they shouldn't have waited until the ball's far away. But still doesn't, I can't understand why Robertson just didn't close the ball or Fitz.
Yeah.
Well, hold your fire, guys, because it gets worse. So obviously, I'm not going to dwell on the disallowed goal. Brilliant header, shit decision happens when luck's against you. Sorry, when you're playing shit, you seem like your luck's against you as well. So even though we were shit, we didn't get a rub of the green, right? But we were shit. It's not an excuse. It's just that's what happens, right? You got to work your way through it, put more effort in, etc., etc. But that second goal before halftime, because I was doing a watch along and I was like, this really ain't a 2-0 game at the moment. Like it should be 1-1. Maybe they should be ahead. But if they get a second here, it's game over, lads. And what happens? From a corner, you lot talking about the first goal being shambolic. Yeah, that second goal is the most amateurish thing. We're sleeping. They have got about 3 or 4 players on the edge of their box. You could predict so obviously what they're about to do. We're so brain dead, guys. We're so brain dead to react to anything basic. Like, how are you not coming out to that to block that? And as soon as I saw that shot lining up, I kind of foresaw a deflection, Ben. Like, I knew it's going to just take a deflection and go in. That just killed any hopes and desire. And I know you shouldn't give up at halftime, whatever, blah, blah, but I knew it was game done.
You say give up at half time. We looked like a team that it'd give up before kickoff, to be honest, mate. I thought we were losing the game as soon as I seen Kanate fucking tackle Bradley. I thought, what? To be honest, mate, I'm fucking fuming with them, to be honest, still now, because we're talking about it. It's fucking making me blood boil thinking about them. To be honest, mate, they just look like a poorly coached team at the minute. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
No one knows what they're doing. No one has any idea where they're meant to be. And at the end of the day, just being poorly handled, to be honest, mate. And you can't go to City and let them dictate you. How we thought letting City just overload us would be the thing and look surprised. That's fucking baffling to me. That's all I could say, mate, before I really go in on them, to be fair.
Do you know, with that second goal, one stat that I seen in the build-up to this match was that Man City have taken the most shots from outside the box this season.
There you go.
So the second that ball was, because it was the first time they did a short corner. Most of the time it was going into the box, but it was the first time they had a short corner. The second that ball goes to the edge of the box, every single Liverpool player on that pitch should have been drilled into thinking they are going to shoot. So get out, rush out, don't let that shot come through.
Again, Mo, they're laboured. Remember Gary Neville said, they're walking round. What the fuck is going on?
But like with small things like that, for me, makes me fume, because who am I? I am nobody. I'm not a tactical in any way, shape or form. I just watch football because I'm a big fan. But I couldn't understand how we went into that game knowing that they take the most shots from outside the box and they could see 2 goals from shots outside the box.
But do we be worried? I know you said you're fuming because of that, but do we be worried the fact that when they're walking, should we be worried? Is that a sign of them not playing for the manager? I'm just putting it out there.
And I'd hate that from their mentality as well.
But that's what I was saying before. I don't give a shit what the tactics are or who's in charge or anything. If you're walking around half-arsing and not putting in an effort, then get gone. I'm not. I understand that it's the way they've been set up.
10 players, Lou, were walking around. So do you want all 10 players gone?
No, I'm not saying as in sack the team, but what I mean in the sense of, if you're gonna go away to City, a team who you're meant to be competing with the league for, a team who you beat twice last season, who are not as good a City team as we've seen in the past, and you get more up for an Aston Villa game than you do for that match, there's a problem there. It may be the manager, it may be them, I don't know, but you can't wander around the pitch in the hopes that the ball's just going to come to you. You've got to get stuck in. You've got to put an effort in to win the ball back and make things happen. And they didn't do that. And when they did, it was like they were lost. Like I said before, Ibu went forward to win the tackle. As soon as he got into the midfield, he looked like he didn't know what was going on. Robertson, he'd get out of position. He looked lost. Wirtz, as they said, they look like they've been told, right, get on the pitch, see what happens. And it's a reflection of what Slot's getting them to do at the minute and the lack of effort that's being put in at certain moments when we need them to turn up.
Do you think, sorry to quick, if I could ask the panel something on a chat even, do you think there's something to read between the lines between the Mo Salah thing and, you know, and Slot may be a problem there, not maybe having the balls to manage him properly, or maybe some of the squad members are pissed off with Mo, maybe trying to be the main man syndrome and not.
I think Mo's probably been one of our worst players this season.
I don't really want to get into a debate of just pure wild speculation like that. With all due respect.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, could there be something there? I'm just saying,
no. I think we're just going into the delves of just stuff I don't really like associating myself with.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, it's just making up wherever comes in our mind.
I do think the next few games.
I just think there's an issue with the manager. Yeah. Absolutely is.
The next few games will tell us that, wouldn't it?
I said this on a stream the other day where I said we forget that he's actually quite a young novice of a manager. Yeah, he's not managed. This is the biggest club by of his life. He won't manage a bigger club than Liverpool. He's come from AZ, Feyenoord to Liverpool. He's very new. He's learning on job. So all this question marks about how he's handling players X, Y, Z, they're valid, but he needs to find himself. He needs to find himself. And what I mean by that, he needs to create a new almost identity for us, and dare I say it, for himself. So you asked me earlier, actually you didn't ask me, you asked the panel, but I didn't get involved, and I will now to end the show. You said, what is a Slot team? Or was it Ben who asked? What's Slot's identity? What's Slot ball?
Yeah,
Slot ball is possession-based game. He's come from the school of the Dutch philosophy about being multifunctional in your position play, ability to do all things as a footballer, being able to play in a multitude of positions, right? That's what Slot ball was when we recruited him and signed him. His ability to work with small budgets, turn players, coach players into better players. He'd done that in the first season, guys. Regardless of what you might think of him now, he did. He got a tune out of them and he did coach them. A few of the players had outstanding seasons, i.e. Gravenberch, etc., etc. Even Gakpo, right? But now there's absolutely valid questions because now there's been an influx of new players and established ones leaving. So now he has to find himself and find an identity for Liverpool. I personally will go first and say I'm willing to give him more time, one by one, maybe a couple of sentences at max, but we want to end the show now. So Lewis, Arne Slot, in or out?
He's in. After last season, I think he does deserve the time. I know he's got time this season, but your time's very limited when you're fighting for league titles. So I do think he needs to get it right sooner rather than later. But there's no one you could replace him with. So keep him in for now. Hopefully things sort of get back to where they used to be.
Ben, you don't have to give more than a sentence.
No, it's not. I'll say it quickly because you want to wrap up the show. If a Luis Enrique had said yes to Liverpool, he'd be gone. That's what I would say.
Scousemo.
How we found ourselves in this position, boys? What is going on? We spent $500 million in the summer, but yeah, for me, for now, I'm still Slot in. He needs to change this around quickly, man. Honestly, something needs to happen. No more losses. Just stop it.
I promised myself never to let Welshman go last, but I've gotten and I flopped, and none of you lot reminded me. But go on, my brother.
I'm giving him till January. And see where I am or where we are. But if the next 3 losses in the next 6, 7, he's in.
Oh, that's gone.
He might be gone. He might be gone. And do you know what my fear is? I fear that we've got such a strong love triangle with Bournemouth. I fear if that does happen.
No, don't say it.
That's my fear. I'm not even going to say his name because I don't want to put it out there. My choice is Luis Enrique or Xabi Alonso, but that's never going to happen. Xabi might actually happen because Vinicius Junior argument, but who knows? But that's my only fear with this love triangle we've got with Bournemouth.
Wow.